audience measurement. What exciting times and what a great lineup of speakers and talks and insights and inspiration we had yesterday. So today, I want to invite you again to improve and increase your fearlessness so we can all go back and change the world when we get back to our offices. Facing the future forward, you're going to hear a lot of great talks today. Artie Bulgren from ESPN and his team, of course, have some important material to share. We also have Andy Brown and his team from Kantar and ComScore. They're going to be giving presentations. And then this afternoon, Lori Hiltz is going to be sharing her inspiration about the agency of the future. And you're in for a real treat this morning. Sarah Hofstetter is going to regale you, as Mark Addix did yesterday, with a really inspirational keynote. So without further ado, let's embrace head, heart, and feet across platforms. Lots of fabulous examples of neuroscience yesterday. Of course, we're all invited to be fearless leaders because that's what it takes. There's a call to action. It's fun to share ideas, but what we really need to do is translate our ideas into action. Leadership is messy, but you know, what inspirational leadership we had at the end of the day yesterday. I think for everyone it was the highlight of the day, if not the year. Erwin Gottlieb with an I, not the Erwin with an E, winning the Erwin with an E award, really sharing inspirational thoughts about the industry and invoking all of us to change our leadership to be more like Erwin Efron and the deep honor that was bestowed on him yesterday in recognition of him lifting up research organizations and researchers. Find someone like Erwin Gottlieb in your organization. Yesterday I said find your Mark Addix. Today I'm saying find someone in your organization that is a friend of research, someone that is passionate about the importance of data, someone that wants to bring the consumer to the decision table. They're out there. So today's challenges, once again, you were able to get some new insights yesterday from the ARF around sequencing. Dr. Horst Stipp and Dr. Manuel Garcia sharing their original research as a follow-on to the research that Jasper Snyder, Chris Bacon, and Augustin Fu shared back in March. Again, customization is key. You're going to be hearing some really terrific talks around customization today, and I'm not going to steal anyone's thunder. Lori Hiltz, as always, is fun, entertaining, and suffers no fools. She is going to bring it at the end of the day today, and I think that's going to be just a perfect kickoff for us to go back to our desks. Context is absolutely key. Consumers are inviting us to communicate with them, but they want information when they want it, where they want it, and in the context that they're looking for it in. And we are able, again, to have a presentation today by Mesh and Delta that's going to bring this to life. So you get a chance to be a first responder. You're going to be first on the scene. That's why we say leadership is messy. You get to spend time thinking. It's really great to get away from the office for a couple days. Think while you're here about what is your C-suite looking for? What is keeping your boss up at night? How's the business doing? What's growing? What's not growing? Where are there opportunities? What questions are on their mind? Which ones do you think maybe you could spend a little bit of time today finding some partners, building bridges, creating a collaborative partnership with someone like the collaborative partnerships that you've seen forged yesterday and today. Anticipate consumer needs, bring the consumer to the decision table early and often. And once again, it's 9 a.m. Do you know where your target audience is? Focus on your target audience because it all starts with the consumer. And we have to keep the consumer in mind. The consumer is basically saying, meet me on my own terms. We have a lot of solutions of ways to meet the consumer. They're inviting us to understand who they are. They're inviting us to understand what their values are. You're going to hear interesting work from Sarah today in that area around bacon. I'm happy to have a food example on the stage. You're going to be invited to figure out how to reach the consumer And then where and how can you add value to their lives? It's really important to bring something meaningful. You get the chance to make your mark meaningfully, and I think there's no better way to kick off today than to hear from all of you about the challenges and about the inspiration in terms of how are we going to connect with our audiences, how are we going to bring all these great insights and big data into insights, into unlocking the future, and into making a really big difference in the lives of our workplace and in the lives of our target audiences. So take a look at what you all had to say.
The biggest challenge in our industry today is we're still looking for the holy grail of the magic formula that makes everything great. And we think data is the answer to all things. I think data can help us get incrementally better. Creativity makes us exponentially better.
How do you still develop a brand, keep true to the brand principles, but do it in this new marketplace?
People's relationship with media is just changing, and trying to keep up with that and knowing how to go reach them and where to reach them for the right price, and do so without making them want to add more ad blockers and avoid my advertising.
Following the transition of the consumer to an on-demand streamed viewing of television.
Though measurement is one of the focuses today, one of the keys is going to be great ideas brought forward through great creative.
Understanding how important creative is.
The access to new data sets and the ability to use it in the marketplace for intelligence and decision making.
To try to build a bridge between and be still able to talk with the traditional buyers and digital buyers is a real challenge.
The biggest challenge in the industry is the idea of change. The true change is going to come when there's a new generation of researchers who start questioning, challenging and changing the existing ways of doing things and using new age techniques to figure out how they're going to solve problems for the future.
Media strategy, media tactics, media execution are going to be informed by granularity of data. That's number one. Number two, media data and technology have already converged. There is a fourth vector that's heading in, and that is distribution of product.
We're going to see the TV and digital video world start to be more seamless in the way in which buyers and sellers can work across the marketplace in which to reach valuable consumers.
With the more holistic measurement of viewing, because right now there's a huge story around viewers not watching as much anymore, when really the reality is they're watching differently. All those same viewers are still there. We just have to work a little bit harder to get them back together.
A new set of methodologies and tools are going to be available for assembling a media plan.
Seeing a lot more interesting work being done in a creative. Video is going to be really important. Understanding what makes a good video creative on different platforms.
Brands increasingly moving towards content marketing.
One is we'll finally start to focus on and hopefully start to create the creative issue. The other is that they'll be back to basics. We'll go back to what really matters to the consumer and how to differentiate ourselves as brands.
A better, cleaner, healthier digital advertising market.
So terrific inspirational thoughts from all of you.